Directions. Graph each quadratic function below, labeling all key features. Question 1, y equals -3, x minus 2 squared. All right, this is already in vertex form, so we should be fine to go ahead and graph it. So the first thing we're going to do is what's inside of the parentheses tells me if I'm going to go left or right, so we're going to go to the right 2. And then since there's nothing outside, we are going to stay put. So we're going to go to the right 2 and stay put, so that will be my vertex. And I'm going to write over here, because it did say to label all key features, I'm going to say that the vertex is 2, 0. And then if you recall from here, we always like to do the 0 point. So if I do 0, and then if I plug 0 in here, 0 minus 2 is -2. -2 squared is 4. 4 times -3 is -12. So my 0 point is -12. So I'm going to go down to 0, -12, which is a little bit off my paper. And then we know that it's going to be opening down then, so I'm going to try to make a nice smooth curve heading down, and then I'll mirror it on the other side. And there we go. All right, number 2, y equals x squared plus 6. Although this doesn't look like it's in vertex form, we would not want to complete the square on this one because there's no x term. So since there's nothing in the parentheses, we are just going to stay put. And then this plus 6 is going to make me move up 6. We're going to stay put, and then we're going to move up 6. So I'm going to put a dot right there. That's going to be my vertex. And I'll put the vertex right here is going to be 0, 6. And then we want to find that 0 point. So if I plug 0 in here, 0 squared is 0, plus 6 is 6. Oh, guess what? We are stuck because that gave me the same point. So we have to pick another 0 point. How about we pick 2 something? So if I plug 2 in here, 2 squared is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. So I'm going to pick the point 2, 10. And now we'll start at the vertex and swing through there. And then we'll just mirror it on the other side. So that's what that parabola would look like. The key letter for this video is D. Alrighty, on this one we have y equals x squared minus 4x plus 2. It is not in vertex form right now, so we get to complete the square so that it will be. So if you recall, we're going to do x squared minus 4x, leave ourselves a space, plus 2. And then from here, we're going to divide by 2. So -4 divided by 2 is -2. -2 squared is 4, so I'm going to put plus 4 on the inside and minus 4 on the outside. Now, I've shown you several times that if I were to factor this, we end up getting x minus 2 squared. Our shortcut is that we can just go ahead, once we divide by the 2, whatever we get, that's what's going to end up going inside of our parentheses. And then on the outside, plus 2 minus 4 equals -2. So the first thing that we're going to do now, where it's in vertex form, so I'm ready to graph it, what's inside is going to force me to go right 2, and then the -2 is going to make me go down 2. So I'm going to go to the right 2 and then down 2. So, and I'll put a V there, that's my vertex, and I'll come over here. My vertex, I went to the right 2 and then down 2, so that's how it would label. And then we'll find the 0 point. So if I put 0 in here, 0 minus 2 is -2. -2 squared is 4. 4 minus 2 is -2. So I'm going to, whoops, it's not -2, it's just 2. So I'm going to have 0, 2 is my 0 point. So I'm going to start at my vertex, and I'm going to swing up through that point, and then I will mirror it over on the other side, and there we go. All right, let's try one more like that. We have y equals x squared plus 8x plus 7. We are going to, again, since it's not in vertex form, I get to complete the square. So x squared plus 8x, leave a space, plus 7 on the outside. We'll divide by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 squared is positive 16, so plus 16 on the inside, minus 16 on the outside. And then if I completed the square, if I factor this, it will factor as x plus 4 squared, don't forget your squared, and then plus 7 minus 16 will be -9. So this is now in vertex form. We are ready to graph. So the plus 4 inside is going to force me to go left 4, and the -9 on the outside is going to force me to go down 9. So I'm going to go to the left 4 and down 9. So there we go, I'll label that the vertex, and I'll come over here to make sure we label our key features. That was to the left 4 and down 9. I'm next going to find that 0 point, so if I plug 0 in here, 0 plus 4 is 4, 4 squared is 16, 16 minus 9 is 7. So my 0 point is 7, so we'll go 0, 7. put a point there, and now we're going to start at our vertex, and we're going to swing up through that point. Whoop, got there a little soon, sorry about that. And then I'm going to mirror it on the other side, and there we go.